They're going to put me in the movies. They're going to make a star of me.
He had a lot of talent. He could imitate Donald Duck at that day and age. That was quite a feature, you know.
Look, I wiped more liquor off my chin than the other fellow drank. Now, you want to believe that?
And in fact, most fiddlers I know are a breed unto themselves sort of stuff. I mean, a fiddler never belch you with his fiddle, you know, that type of thing.
But we didn't arrive in Sudbury until 10 after 6, and of course I did not even have time to have a bath last night, so we're known as the Dirty Seven today.
Bug. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Bug.
10 seconds to 2. 5.
A CBC color presentation.
2, 1.
Take 2. Hooper left 4.
Ready 1, ready take.
Somebody
please.
had the nerve to say there's no place like home. Good evening, friends. Well, it's only, what, 12 days to the big day, and we thought that perhaps it might be...
It's only 12 days to get rid of that mic boom shadow, too.
Just to give you a half hour with lots of fun and music on Don Messer's Jubilee. Don, here we go.
It's gone to the voiceover, Mike.
Just because you think you're so pretty, just because you think you're so hot, just because you think you've got something that nobody else has got. Though you make me spend all my money, you'll have to call me old Santa Claus. But I'm telling you, honey, I'm with you, because, just because.
Take 1.
8 more, ready 2, by wide angle, please.
There she is, the darling of the dance world.
8 more, ready 1 and 2, please.
There she is, camera 1. Take 1. Yeah, that's good where the guys come in front. That's good. And out you come. Last 16.
We, the undersigned, a section of the TV audience and viewers in Northern Alberta, regret and protest against your decision, this is to the CBC, against your decision at the removal of the Don Messer show from your program. Don Messer is probably considered the most popular entertainer on Canadian programs, particularly for elderly people. Is that right?
That's right.
Right. Who enjoy old-time music in preference to any other program. He has entertained for 35 years, is that right?
Yes, that's right.
For 35 years, and his program can be regarded as an institution not to be lightly disregarded. The young folks prefer to go out for the evening, but the older folks are content to watch TV at home and should be considered as your most appreciative audience.
Very good. Very good.
And 250 names there on top of that.
Wonderful.
And on top of that, I'm very glad to have met you.
As I'm saying, the fiddlers are a very, very unique breed. Another thing about fiddlers, I find violinists, as they call them today, look at their instrument very intently. But an old fiddler is always looking at the best looking woman in the room and seeing who's the shortest skirt and seeing what they're stacked like, and and looking for something that owes him money and seeing where the nearest point is that he can snatch when there's nobody looking, because most of the fiddlers are so carried away by their art that they have never bothered to make too much money.
In the olden days, the women always played the organ or the piano, and it was a rare thing to see a man play the piano then, when I was a young fellow. Well, I think that they felt the violin was certainly, it was strictly a man's instrument.
Places all over the left are grand chains, over the left, go over the left, go right, go left are grand chains, over the left are grand chains. Salute your honey, pass her by, kiss the neck when by and by, marry the neck before you die. Oh, spring minnie mead, spring minnie mead.
Where I come from, the early settlers were Scottish and Irish, and they brought a lot of the music that I play with them, the hornpipes and the jigs and the reels. Every dance they'd have a good swig out of the bottle. It seemed to keep them going. Well, the hours were long. You'd play from 9 o'clock until daylight for the dance, and of course the women folk then would get together and cook breakfast, which then would be consisted of pancakes and pork and home fried potatoes.
In fact, in the old days, back in the famine times, in 40 and 48 and all this sort of stuff, back in that time, when it was a premium to get away on a ship to America, but the only one that could get away on a ship with no much money or with no money was a fiddler. A fiddler had to be on an old ship for to keep. The passengers lived on fiddle music all the way over. They had nothing else. That's right. Hundreds of people would have nothing in their stomachs and very less in their heads, and the old queerfellow would fill it with the most beautiful music God ever, and he could hardly have the strength to draw his bow across the whole thing, you see.
That's Irish. It's a triple your bow and grace notes. There's an awful lot of grace notes in Scotch music. And it's hard to play real pipe music on a violin, although there's a good violin like Winston Fitzgerald and Angus Chisholm and all these good Cape Breton players, Sandy McLean and Buddy McMaster and all these lovely Scotch players. They can put this real Scotch music in their fiddling, and that's what brings the music so lovely.
play like old-time music with a good, strong rhythm or a beat. Whereas in the western part of Canada, their type of music is more, it's more of a swing. Certainly, it has a different beat to it than what you'll find in the western part of Canada, or even the United States.
Kings on the way.
Oh, 300.
Very, yes. Here, it's 5.
Very good. Right?
That's what you want to know.
We only want to know. More do you want than that? Good luck.
Music of Don Nestor and his manager. Come on up.
Well, tonight I'm going to sing you a song about the pill. Vitamin pill. Have you heard the latest craze in this modernistic age? There's no use of growing old. There's a scientific pill you can take it in and go peppy and when you're taking like mine, read the word every day, feeling fine. There's spring in your walk and a little change your talk when you're taking the new vitamin.
Uncle Luke, I seen you parked out there in front of the hall tonight, and I was just wondering, what were you doing out there?
Oh, I was out there kind of watching the young and spark, right?
At your age?
Well, it kind of took me back to my younger days, you know. I was probably the sparkest spark that ever sparked a spark. Lately, my sparks are sparked out.
I understand, though, that from all information that you were quite a lover in your day.
Well, I wouldn't say that, Ray. I used to take the odd girl home on Saturday night, you know. Used to take her home about 9 o'clock, and you go into the parlor. And she would sit on one side of the room, and she sat on the other. And of course, there's a big grandfather's clock out in the hall going tick-tock, tick-tock. Just like it was saying, take your time, take your time. Us old fellas made progress just the same, didn't we? Yes, sir. But nowadays, a young fella gets a girl and he gets her in a Volkswagen, he takes her down to a drive-in theater and they won't try to jam into a bucket seat. And they got a little clock on the dash just going tick, 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 tick. Just like you say, get together, get together, get together, get together. Oh, Ray, all
in here tonight, there's one lady duck her friend in the ribs there, pretty near broke 3 ribs in her brand new umbrella. She dug her in the rib and she says, look at that.
Calls you with that.
That's what she called me, that.
I can't count that much, actually.
But she says, look at that. She says, I'll bet Dad ain't ever been married. Well, if that lady's in the place tonight, I want her to know that this has been married. In fact, I've been married so many times that wedding bells sound like an alarm clock to me.
Well, Uncle, look, I've been having a little problem with my wife lately. She claims I do not show her enough love and affection.
You don't? What do you do?
Well, I took her down to the drive-in theater the other night. I parked the car. I said, look around you. There's all the love and affection you'll need for months. And then we got home and she complained I didn't bite her on the ear. And I said, my teeth are in a glass in the bathroom. Go on in, bite yourself. Go ahead. But she wouldn't do it.
Well, you know, Ray, talking about drive-in theaters, the first time I went to one, I didn't know much about them, you know. Somehow I got parked in there backwards. You know, it was the best moving picture I've seen in all of my life.
Uncle, look, I wanted to ask you a question. This is sort of a personal question. I would like your answer to. What do you think of miniskirts?
Miniskirts? Well, I'll tell you, Ray, I don't know what they'll be up to next. So I said I was down window shopping this afternoon here, and I saw a great big sign right across the plate glass window. And it said, ladies ready to wear 20% off.
Yeah, that's not unusual, Uncle Luke. You know, they've got sales going on everywhere at the present time, so that's not unusual.
Oh, well, I saw one girl come in here tonight, you know, and I'll bet you she had 90% off.
Uncle Luke, you better sing it on the song. Here he is, Uncle Luke.
Oh, Linda is my darling, dearest in the land. Her nose is like a big whole cake, and her cheeks are like a ham. She is sweet and over her hair is beautiful red. She has to stand on a chair and she goes to stretch. Well, don't cry for me. Could go away and leave me way down in Tennessee. But I'll be back. Going in your ear.
We've been stormbound and we slept on floors and dance halls.
Station houses.
Station houses, yes. And churches and all that, and pews.
You remember that thing we pushed over every hill in Nova Scotia and on the Gaspé coast?
Yeah, it was really strong car.
It was strong people working with you, that's all.
Pontiac, yeah.
The Pontiac.
Eight man power, right?
Yeah. Okay, that's neat on it, right?
We're trying to.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe we could do an introduction of the band here.
Okay.
The last
That's right.
4 bars or last 8 bars, whatever you might want.
And that's how you always finish it down.
Mm-hmm.
We go through it once like this, though. You know how we go down.
Yeah.
We go down. And then the second time around, we finish it down in that line.
Very good, very good.
That's how we did it.
Shall try.
The word that's up to you there.
Would you like a mint?
Yeah, I'll try one. Thank you.
I'm sorry, Mr. Monroe.
Sorry. Wee Monroe of Monroe. Thank you.
Would you like a mint?
Yes. Thank you.
They're great. Lifesavers.
One shrew. One shrew. There, Marlon.
Have you read the Bible today? Have you read what the Lord has to say? There's so much to be found, words so wise, so profound, and the light of His love leads the way. Have you read the Bible today? Fills your heart
it sounds best, I think, if you don't take it up too much after that. Do you know what I mean?
On the end?
Yeah, you're seeing it keep coming on like gangbusters at the end of it. You don't need to. No, you can extend it as you did on the ending and so forth without thumping onto it too hard. It's distorting your notes are going sharp and flat with each other.
Have you read the Bible today? Have you read what the Lord has to say? There's so much to be found, we're so wise, so profound, and the light of His love leads the way. Have you read the Bible today? Filled your heart with the words that it say. Read each
I think we
page
better
and
take
you'll
it through
find
again, friends. We're getting too much Mark and too little John.
How's my hair coming? How's my hair coming?
I think it's getting thicker, dear.
Any new sprouts at all?
Oh yeah, a few little ones up here.
That's been her advantage. She pulls them out.
Yeah, one at a time. Now over here, go ahead, you think.
No spray in the hair,
Let's see if it looks like on camera.
Here, I'm going to wash my head again tonight.
Tomorrow, dear. Is that okay?
No, the quart is so bulky, you know. Everybody knows you got it.
Yeah, that's good.
But I mind we used to go on the road years ago. You know, when we first started out to go west in those places. Well, I had two suitcases. One was full of rum and the other full of dirty clothes. That's the way I traveled all the time.
What an ugly cameraman. I don't want to use the camera. Okay.
Stand by, please.
Number.
Honey, but sweeter by far. From now till forever. I'll keep dreaming of you and the sunshine of love. When I go to two, I'll follow you there. Here to a star. You're an upstart, honey, but sweeter by far. From now till forever. I'll keep dreaming of you and the sunshine of love.
Did you want a picture there? Did you like the show? Did you want a picture, sir? 4?
That is my music, yes.
I like the dances too.
You like it? Roads are awful muddy, but...
About 250 miles.
When I was young, there used to be an awful lot of these old barn raisings and bees, or whatever you want to call them, frolics. And there the neighbors would all gather, you know, in the daytime, and they would build a barn or a house in the one day. And then at night they'd have this big jamboree dance, you know, until the early hours of the morning. You'd wonder where they'd get enough energy after working hard all day and building a house or a barn to dance all night.
Yeah, $2 a gallon. You got a gallon of that between four of you. You went to a dance with a pack of tailor-made cigarettes, you were a millionaire, mister. Everybody was all around you.
Here's a tune called Little Rubber Dolly. I think you might.
Children around.
This is our worst time, when we gotta wait and wait for planes and buses and trains.
And then you'll be late on top of it.
Late today, running late. We hope to get there safely.
I just love you. You're wonderful. All you kids are.
Thank you very much.
You heard about the two old Irish ladies met in the street, didn't you?
2 minutes.
It was on the radio a good many years ago when we first went on. Yeah.
They're giving us a rough time.
Yes, that's one of those is for a very great fan of yours. He's an old violin player. He's well into his 90s, but if he could have made it, he would have loved to have been here.
She's a real good fan of yours, Dawn.
Is she?
Yeah, she sure likes your show.
What happened to Charlie Chamberlain? Did he take off?
Woo! Thank you so much. I've been your fan for 30 years.
Well, glad to.
The old ball headed into the boom.
Yeah, the sound was very good. Very good. And as I said, we don't often get a chance to tell people afterwards.
Well, we're disappointed to know that we're out.
We'll find you on the dial if you're on there, though.
We'll have to start at the bottom, I guess. Work all over again our way back up.
Well, this main one here is for old Martin Adam from Bashaw. He played with you about 20 years ago, and that.
Well, they'll be listening to you, but I guess we'll have to change the dial.
Well, we're going to keep playing anyhow.
Well, you just keep up the good work. Sometime I'd love to hear the Arbetta Waltz.
It's funny, everybody that plays the violin, you can still tell Don Messers, though you can't, you don't see him, you can still know when it's him on the other end, but
Yeah.
My grandson has a violin already.
Yeah.
Okay? Yep. Okay.
Got my first note? Thank you very much. Good night. Maybe you weren't invited?
No, Ken ordered 4 hamburgers to take back to the shack. So that's all I know
That
about
must be the reception. 4 hamburgers. That's good. Lovely. We'll open a keg of nails and have a party.
It's human nature to do the odd little, grumbling, and you beef a little bit if conditions are not good. Traveling on the road, come mealtime, 12 o'clock, you may be in the middle of a desert somewhere. You just can't stop and have dinner. You've got to keep on going. You enjoyed the countryside, didn't you?
I didn't see any countryside. It was all woods.
But myself, well, I didn't know what would happen.
What's the one, Speaking of Heart has stuff?
I don't know if it's that, not a river, but I can't think of anything, brain dumb. Can't think of a thing. Someone singing, Lord, Kumbaya. Someone singing, Lord, Kumbaya. Someone singing, Lord, Kumbaya. Oh, Lord, Kumbaya. I have walked across the sands of the Grand Banks of Newfoundland, blazed on the ridge of the Miramichi, watched the waves tear and roar at the stone coast of Labrador, watched them roll back to the great Northern Sea, from the Vancouver Island to the Alberta Highlands, across the prairies, the lakes, to Ontario's towers, from the sound of Mount Royal's chimes, out to the Maritimes, something to sing about this land of ours. I have watched the dawn from the fields of Saskatchewan, followed the sun to the Vancouver shore, watched the quick shining ooh on the snow peaks of Caribou, up to the clouds where the wild Rockies soar, from the Vancouver Island to the Alberta Highlands, across the prairies, the lakes, to Ontario's towers, this land of ours. I have wandered my way to the wild woods of Hudson Bay, treated my toes to Quebec's morning dew, heard the sweet summer breeze in the leaves of the maple trees, sharing the song that I'm singing for you. From the Vancouver Island to the Alberta Highlands, across the prairies, the lakes, to Ontario's towers, from the sound of Mount Royal's chimes, out to the Maritimes, something to sing about this land of ours.
Antigonish, yes, in Nova Scotia. Are you from Antigonish? Glad to meet you. What are you doing up this part of the country?
I've been here since 1920.
1920?
That's true.
You're not from Antigonish anymore,
Oh,
are
yes.
you? How about to Annie?
Yeah. Mine is Oscar Frost.
And yours is Oscar. One of these belong to you, or
Yeah.
you? Well, just a minute now. Well, thank you.
Your little girl that likes to dance to your music.
How old is your little girl?
5.
Oh, they're cute at that age, aren't they?
Yeah. I'd just like to tell you that I've got teenagers that enjoy you very much.
You have teenagers?
Yes, and they enjoy
Did
you
you take
very
that
much.
statement? She has a teenager.
Here's one of
and
them.
here's one of them
And that's
who likes us very much.
I really do. I do.
Where'd you get all the freckles?
I bought them off for her.
Are you sister and brother?
Are you, kid?
Mine one time we were up in Ontario. Where was that place anyway? Well, anyway, we played in this, well, it was a curling rink, you know. So we were coming out and this fresh monkey come out, you know, and put his arm around Marg. Uh-oh.
Well, we even late, folks.
I just grabbed him and threw him. I said, brother, don't you ever do that again.
Oh Lord my God, when I in awesome wonder consider all the worlds thy hands have made, I see the stars, I hear the rolling thunder, thy power throughout the universe display. Then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art. Then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou
Reminder to passengers, please remain inside the terminal and do not linger on the ramp area until the boarding announcement has been made.
I was young, I'd be here myself.
We're sure Jordan.
What are you doing, Joe?
1946 in the back of a car parked in front of a liquor store on Queen Street, and I'd just come back from overseas, and I told you how much we'd enjoyed Don Messer and his music all during the war years over there, and I think we split a drink of scotch at that time.
No doubt.
No doubt.
Charlie, you won't believe it.
Oh, here's Charlie.
The born book, that's the Mr. Book, that's the Mr. Book. That is Rudy Book, that is Guy Book. And my name is Book.
I thought there were only one.
To thank them on behalf of Don Messer and our own group. Sir Charles.
I went down there and they wanted me to take singing lessons, you know. That pretty fair voice and that being I was young. So they got me to go up to this Agnes Forbes. She was a singing teacher from England. She was, you know, a good one. But me just coming out of the woods, you know, and never into a city in my life. Born up around Bathurst there and kicked around. Couldn't go out on a windy day. The rags had beat you to death. So I went down to St. John anyway, and they got me to go to this Mrs. Forbes, or Miss Forbes. So I went up and seen her, and I had a pair of high boots on, you know, a pair of breeches, and jacket and shirt. So she said, Mr. Chamberlain, I said, yes. She says, you're going to take some singing lessons. I said, that's what I understand. Well, she started on the piano, you know, singing the Dandy Boy. Well, I could do that number fairly well on that day. Now she said, you're not breathing properly. Well, I said, how else do you breathe? It's but in and out. It's the only way I know how to breathe. And she says, you're not shaping your mouth right. Now I said, wait a minute. This is how you got to learn to sing. I said, well, she said, you do this. I says, that did it. I'll see you sometime. I went out and never went back. Now, you picture me up on the stage.
When Irish eyes are smiling, sure it's like a morning spring. In the lilt of Irish laughter, you can hear the angels sing. When Irish hearts are happy, all the world seems bright and gay. But when Irish eyes are smiling, sure they steal your heart away.
See, I worked upriver. There was a place up there called Teddigush. And an awful lot of Irish, and mostly all Irish, just a settlement of Irish people, you know. But I worked upriver and worked with those fellas, see, and there were some good singers among them. And that's where I got an awful lot of the Irish and that twang along with it.
I have no doubt you heard about the Molly McQuilty band. A band of great renown is known for town to town. The people come to hear the drum beginning and play so grand. Cheer whenever they hear the music so queer. The girls and boys all follow the band for miles and miles. Think they've only walked a yard or two. And when you see them dressed in a very latest style, you know they're out for a rare hullabaloo. And beginning to bang the drum. And upon me word he would make you laugh with his bubbity-bubbity-bum. O'Brien plays the trombone and O'Shaughnessy thinks it's grand when Cassidy plays the cymbals with the Molly McQuilty band. Did your mother come from Ireland? Or there's something in you, Irish. Won't you tell me where you get those Irish eyes? And before you left Killarney, did your mother kiss the Blarney? And that little bit of road you can't disguise. Sure, and I wouldn't be romancing, I can always see you dancing while the Kerry pipers play. It's the shamrock you'll be wearing, and the shamrock you'll be sharing on the next St. Patrick's Day. Did your mother come from Ireland? For there's something in your Irish, and that bit of Irish steals me a heart.
Charlie, that's soul.
Where are you going, my little one, little one? Where are you going, my baby, my own? Turn around and you're tiny. Turn around and you're grown. Turn around and you're a young wife with babes of your own. Turn around, turn around, turn around and you're a young wife with babes of your own. Where are you going, my little one, little Dillon petticoats? Where have you gone? Turn around and you're tiny. Turn around and you're grown. Turn around and you're a young wife with babes of your own. Turn around, turn around, turn around and you're a young wife with babes of your own.
We're on our way back home, Joe. We are leaving here tomorrow. We're playing down just south of here at South Branch, a little place called South Branch tonight, which is very close to North Bay, South River rather, and then we leave there tomorrow and drive on to Pembroke, and then from Pembroke we will go into Ottawa on Sunday and catch a flight out of Ottawa, which should make us back home at 6:20 on Sunday evening, Joe.
We'll see you in about what time?
See me when I get there. Yeah. Drive with care.
Yes, will do.
I'll be there.
Right.
See you,
Ken.
Farewell, sir.
Watch yourself.
Be seeing you sometime.
Okay.
Good luck, buddy.
All right. Let's say goodbye to you.
I think you'll see the day come back again when the violin will be predominant in the group. This used to be the style when I was young. There was always a violinist that led the orchestra, always.
The ordinary people had taken the fiddles of their own, and then to make the distinction, the start creating violin sort of stuff. But it's the fiddle is the voice of the people, I suppose, in lots of ways, or the instruments of the people.
Yes, when they wanted to have a little party, they always called on a fiddler. And as a rule, there's always one or two in the crowd.
That you're not going to be on the air anymore. It's not only you, but it's a Canadian bond we feel that's been broken.
Flight 143, scheduled at 9:30, boarding expected at 9:10, gate number 1.
Heading home.
Watch them roll back to the great northern sea. From the Vancouver Island to the Alberta Highlands, across the prairies, the lakes, to Ontario's towers. From the sound of Mount Royal's chimes out to the Maritimes, something to sing about this land of ours.